Hi guys, what's going on? In this video, I am going to be breaking down a few currency pairs and their updated movements. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, okay? So I'm going to start here on the dollar index. And I normally don't start on the dollar index, but we need to because today is looking like price may close very bullish. Now, please keep in mind that for the dollar index, it does not close at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time like other currency pair candles do for the end of the day. This one has about 2 hours and 37 more minutes left in it, so it closes at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what I want to go ahead and mention is we need to pay attention to our exchange rates because price has toppled out and made a new low down here around the $92 area. We're just going to round it off. It's just a few ticks away from the $92 area. So we need to pay attention to that. Okay, but we still have a new low nonetheless. And what we also need to pay attention to is the last previous lower high. Now, here's how we have to look at this, and here's why this is important. It shows us supply and demand, and I'm going to be doing a separate video on exchange rates come soon. But one of the reasons why we pay attention to exchange rates is because it's showing us the demand for the dollar or the sell-off of the dollar. And right now there's a huge sell-off even though we have a bullish day. But remember, as Forex traders, unless you're a day trader, we're not trading this day by day by day. We are trading this as a full story, and you need a group of candles to tell you the full story. And what this group of candles tells me is that we're in a downtrend, that there's a sell-off of the dollar, which means we're in supply stage. It's a cycle that we're in. It's like inventory, right? So if you have a store and you have inventory but no one is buying, you're gonna have to decrease your price because there's not buyers coming in. You have to sell off your inventory at a cheaper price, and that's what's going on with the currency. The currency is dropping, and so we're selling off on the currency, right? So now how I'm looking at this is where price can potentially come is right back here around the $93.25 area. But as long as we stay below this full exchange rate here at 93.92s, because that's our last lower high, price is still in a sell-off. We're just going to have some bullish momentum. Now, this is important for correlation. So lately I've been talking about price correlations on my channel. Here's why this is important, because EURUSD, the European euro against the United States dollar, correlates negatively or moves oppositely almost 100% of the time with the dollar index. So I want you guys to remember this candle. I want you guys to remember this information here. Here on EURUSD, it looks almost the same, okay? Now, the exchange rates on the dollar index were going down, but the exchange rates here on EURUSD are going up. So if you take a look at the last two exchange rates that I have on my price chart, I'm going to make sure they're a little bit better here. All right, so the last exchange rate, I'm going to round it, was around $1.17.1. And then the last exchange rate here for the higher high was at $1.19.2. We need to understand these numbers, right? Now, the new higher high is right here trading off around $1.1967. Here's why this is important once again. As you can see, there is a demand for the euro over the dollar. Do you guys see how that just came full circle? The dollar is selling off, right? There's not enough buyers. So that means there's going to be more buyers for the euro over the dollar. All right. So there's a demand for the dollar. There's a demand for euro. There's not a demand for the dollar. See how that works oppositely. This is why we're looking at this now. Remember how I was saying how price needs to stay below the last lower high on the dollar index, where here on EURUSD, price needs to stay above the last higher low in order for trend continuation to happen on both the indice, the dollar index, and the currency pair EURUSD. And we can use this information to our liking, right? We can use it to our advantage. So if price stays above $1.17, this is around $1.17. I'm gonna have to round it off here. Ones, right? $1.17 ones. Then I'm going to buy from this area. So I'm just looking to see if price can come back. I'm just looking to see if it can come back so I can buy. That's how I participate. If it shows me bullish information here, I will become a buyer once again back up until $1.1967. That's it. So that's EURUSD. Now let's look at AUDUSD. All right, and this is how we're correlating our pairs once again. AUDUSD, the Australian dollar versus the United States dollar. EURUSD, the European euro against the United States dollar. We're going to group these together because they're both majors, but they have a common quote currency, which is the United States dollar. So if we group this information and if we're watching our exchange rates, as long as there's not a demand for the dollar, as long as there's a demand for the base currency within these currency pairs, the euro and the Australian dollar, we will keep buying because our exchange rates on these majors keep pushing up. So with that being said, I'm just looking to see if we can get a little bit more bearish information, stay above this exchange rate here on the Australian dollar versus the United States dollar, stay above 71 cents. Then I will become a buyer once again back into the previous highs here. That's it. We're not going to use anything else. We don't have to use any type of support and resistance. We don't have to use any type of trend lines. We really don't need any of that because we're just watching our exchange rates. We're letting price guide us into the trade. So if you haven't watched my most recent video on 5 tips on how to trade market structure profitably, you may want to go back and watch that video because it's dealing with simple ways on how to trade market structure, just as simple as this. I'll link it above in the cue card so that you guys can go back and watch the video and then come back and watch the rest of this video. With that being said, this is Australian dollar USD, just that simple. Now, the next currency pair that we're going to take a look at is going to be pound New Zealand dollar. I do think that this could have some really nice potential upside. So here's what I'm thinking, you guys. Now we're going to be careful here because this has been a very narrow trend, but on the 4-hour time frame, we're going to just drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Yet again, we're still going to be a little bit careful here, okay? So prices come back into an area here. I'm going to delete this one, into an area here where we could potentially see more of a bullish push, okay? And as you guys can see, we are seeing bullish push from this area. So because there's been a demand for the pound over the New Zealand dollar, and we're going to go to that currency pair next, because there's been such a demand for the pound over the New Zealand dollar has been dropping off lately. And I'll link the last video so you guys can see how I've been thinking about these two currency pairs to pick against one another, because once again, grouping our currency pairs, they do correlate negatively or oppositely. So with this being said, I'm looking to see if we're going to get some more bullish push from the pound New Zealand and from this area here, and especially with the way price is closing off of my zone here. So if price can keep going up, we're just going to keep buying the pound over the New Zealand dollar. And so that's just it for this particular currency pair. Now, where I'm going to be buying to is not going to be back up into the previous high because my risk to reward just won't make sense. So I'm going to be buying to my extended target, the -27 here, at $2.02. That is where my next take profit is going to go for this currency pair, and then we'll keep going from there. So that's that pair there. Now we're going to go over to New Zealand dollar. Now, dealing with the New Zealand dollar pairs right now, I can see some really good sell potentials. My gosh. I'm going to group these pairs for you guys as well too in a swing trading society. Okay. So for my swing trading society members, we're going to be talking about this tonight. So join me in a back testing session today at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Now, if you're watching this video, if you're watching it days or weeks later, you guys can still join the Swing Trading Society and get access to the recording of the back testing session as well, just by joining the group and going into our content zone. So you can view the video and you can back test and study with us every single Wednesday of the week. Now, dealing with this pair, if you're looking at our exchange rates, they're dropping, okay? So if you notice what's going on here, and thanks to the Swing Trading Society member who pointed this out to us about 2 weeks ago, she noticed that we had made a new lower high here, a new lower low here, then we have a new lower high, and now we have a new lower low, and we may be closing as a rejection candle, which it looks like today in the next 27 minutes. So noticing this, I'm going to sell off. I'm already hedged into this position, which means I'm going to buy and sell on this currency pair at the same time. And what I'm going to end up doing is selling off, because if I'm buying pound New Zealand, I kind of want to be selling New Zealand dollar. Now, does that mean that I'm always going to be doing this 100% of the time? No, it does not. But because I'm in a buy and a sell, as long as I see that one area it has more advantage over the other, I can come out on top. And that's what I plan on doing today. Once this candle closes, I plan on taking another sell. Okay. Sell is going to go down here to negative 27 once again, around 0.64712. So that's my long-term my short-term long-term target, because I may be holding this trade for a few days, maybe a week or so. I'm not sure. It just depends whenever it hits profit. Like I said, I'm already hedged into 2 long-term positions, so I'll be holding those as well too. So that's New Zealand dollar. And like I said, in Swing Trading Society, we will be correlating pairs tonight. So that's what I'm looking at, you guys, as far as the rest of this week pans out. I may come back on tomorrow to give you guys some updates on some more moves that I see, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So you guys have some work to do on your end to make sure that if you do decide to jump into any of these trades, that you are following your rules. My disclaimer: if you take any of these trades, understand that this is how I'm looking at the market. You need to make sure before you take any trade, you need to make sure that your rules are being met first. In no means am I telling you to take the same setups as I am a swing trader. I hold my positions for days, weeks, and months at a time. Please make sure that is something that you are wanting and willing to do. So without further ado, you guys, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is on, so that way when videos like this drop, you will be able to get it once it drops. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys have a safe trading week. Be blessed.